India stands at a pivotal moment in its economic journey. From a nascent economy at independence in 1947, we now aim to become a $10 trillion economy by 2035. But this vision is not just about numbers, it's about 1.4 billion lives. And how do we get there? Let's examine the opportunities, roadblocks, and the lessons from history. And to do that, we begin by identifying India's growth engines. To begin with, manufacturing. Manufacturing sector must evolve from low-value assembly to high-value production. Developing domestic capabilities in advanced industries will reduce import dependence and create quality jobs. Government initiatives aim to boost this transition, but execution remains crucial. Remember, Apple now manufactures about 1 in 7 iPhones in India, but we still import 95% of components. To compete with China, we need to move beyond assembly into advanced manufacturing, such as in case of EVs and aerospace. Services. Now, beyond traditional IT services, emerging sectors like artificial intelligence, financial technology, and space technology presents new opportunities. India's digital infrastructure has shown promising growth, but scaling globally competitive businesses requires sustained innovation. Now, while Bengaluru's tech parks put India on the global map, the future lies in AI, fintech, space tech. The next challenge, creating new software giants that could rival Microsoft and Google. Agriculture. Modernizing agriculture through technology and market access can significantly increase productivity and farmer incomes. Transforming this sector is essential for balanced economic growth and rural development. Now, agriculture currently employs 45% of Indians, but contributes just 15% to the GDP. Imagine if India could become the food factory for the world. But there are critical challenges to this path of growth. To begin with, regulatory challenges. Complex approval processes and inconsistent regulations hinder business growth. A restaurant today needs 36 licenses to operate. For factories, up to 200 clearances are needed. Most states are still trapping businesses in red tape. Streamlining administrative procedures would accelerate project implementation and also attract investment. Then comes land acquisition. Delays in land acquisition stalls infrastructure and industrial projects. Establishing clear, efficient processes while balancing local interest remains a persistent challenge for India. And then comes the labor market. Outdated labor laws restrict employment growth. India's 28 central labor laws and 100+ state amendments make hiring a nightmare. Reforms that protect workers while enabling flexible hiring could unlock manufacturing potential. But history teaches us to learn from our global peers, and what India needs to do today includes innovation-led growth. Now, US's economic dominance came from combining mass production and university-led innovation. While our IITs produce world-class talent, 60% still leave for abroad. Countries that successfully transitioned to advanced economies invested heavily in research and education. Building strong innovation ecosystems is vital for long-term competitiveness. And then comes infrastructure development. Rapid infrastructure expansion has historically preceded industrial growth. Prioritizing strategic projects can enhance productivity and connectivity. Remember, China built about 35,000 kilometers of highway before becoming the world's factory. Now, India's plans are also ambitious, but we're building just about 5,000 kilometers a year versus China's peak of 15,000 kilometers a year. And then comes demographic management. Nations that effectively leveraged their working age population achieved sustained growth faster. Japan's economy stalled when its workforce aged. India has just 25 years before our demographic dividend peaks. And India must now urgently focus on skill development to capitalize on demographic advantage. The clock is ticking to skill our youth. Finally, the human factor. India must prioritize inclusive growth. True economic transformation must include everybody. Economic growth must benefit all segments of society. Improving access to education, healthcare, financial services will ensure broader participation in economy. Addressing social and gender disparities can unlock significant untapped potential. So what's the path forward? There is a stark choice before us. If we implement bold reforms now, India could combine China's manufacturing might with America's tech leadership. But if we delay, we risk stalling a $5 trillion economy with 100 million unemployed youth. Reaching the $10 trillion goal demands coordinated actions across sectors. It requires policy consistency, institutional reforms, and massive investment in human capital, that is you and me. The decision we make today will determine whether 2035 become India's golden age or another missed opportunity. As we celebrate 78 years of independence, the $10 trillion future is ours to claim.